to
Looks
the.
like we got Ida, County, City, MCRPC.
Well, we be nice to have a town.
Not yet. Do we have quorum though?
And there.
Let's get the meeting going. Calling the meeting of August 15th.
This conference will now be recorded.
To order. And do we have any comments, requests, Jen?
No, we have not.
Okay. Moving on to item number 4, approval minutes of the July 25th meeting. You got the draft minutes. Any comments, questions?
Move to approve the minutes as presented.
Okay, Jan, any second? Okay, we got 2 seconds. Jerry.
I heard Jerry first.
Next one. Okay, further discussion? No, hearing none. Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion approved. The next 5 items are IDA related, from items 5 through 9. And if you notice, there's also resolution associated with this that was included in the package, and it encompasses this basically amendments 3 to 7 of the tip. And I would like to first defer to Derek. If you got any comments you want to make?
I'm not going to talk about these in detail. They've all been discussed before. This is basically just moving them into the FY26 tip. One of them was, I think, already in the FY26 tip, but
Whatever revision may have happened, or however we had it identified, I think the idea was, belt and suspenders. Let's make sure we cover.
yeah, make sure we're covering our bases here.
For the first 4 where we have a letting coming up right away.
Yeah, these are on the September lettings, so we're just making sure they're on, that we have matching
Have
items
them
here.
in there, yeah.
None of the dollars have changed or anything. It's just moving from one year to another.
Okay, sounds good. Anything you want to add, Jen?
Just that we are doing it as a resolution, as we've taken to doing lately, so that we can get it back to vote on IDOT and then to Federal Highway as rapidly as possible. And it goes to Tom, and then it goes to wherever it goes after that. Because I've spent so much time back and forth with Brandon, I may copy Brandon on this as well when I send it to you, just so he knows. Yeah, okay, right.
Sent those, and we're all on high alert on this.
Okay, understood.
And we, as soon as,
Yeah, so next Friday, as soon as we're done with the actual policy committee meeting, this will shoot off to you. And my understanding is that that gets everyone in shape vis-a-vis the letting schedule.
Okay.
So that's good news. And as far as the content's concerned, that's how you guys.
Okay, questions, comments, anybody else? Okay, if no objections, we can take this items 5 through 9 in one vote, unless there's objections. Okay, hearing no objections, I'll take a motion.
so moved.
Okay, Brian. Okay, flip the card. Okay, Derek, excuse me. Further discussion? Okay, those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so amendments 3 to 7 been approved, and then these items will be forwarded to the policy committee next Friday for their consideration approval, and then if approved, have the resolution signed.
Sent off Tom down.
Yep. Okay, good. Moving on to agenda item number 10, project updates. Anything exciting or not exciting? Okay. Okay. All right. I'll just usually I would like to give updates on the Veterans Parkway Corridor Plan and then the Go Safe Action Plan. Some of you are serve on the committee, so you're well aware of what's going on, both through your staff. But for those who don't, for the Veterans Parkway Corridor Plan, there was a meeting actually just last Friday, a week ago, on the 8th, and the committee of the project steering committee, with the help of the consultant, look at the design alternatives and then intersection analysis, as well as land use analysis, trying to get feedbacks from the committee. Thank you those of you who serve on the committee as well. So that's moving on. Moving along. The consultant wanted to take aerial using drones, so they're kind of working with IDOT and the airport, trying to make sure all the regulations are complied with, and so that's will be good as some different views of the corridor or whatever they plan to do. And also there was a meeting between IDOT, the consultant, and MCRPC staff to talk about or give IDOT staff, especially District 5, update of the project. Just try to get some input on that. In terms of Go Safe Action Plan update, last month there was a meeting, July 25th, and then we have our next meeting, next Friday, a week from today, and this next Friday meeting for the PSC, Project Steering Committee, will be the last one before the project will be finalized in September. Again, appreciate your participation, your serving on the Project Steering Committee, some of you and all your colleagues on the committee. There have been 2 public open houses held, some of you attended, and thanks to Jerry for hosting yesterday's public open house. It's been a good turnout for the 2 meetings. The first one was held at the Wilmington Public Library, and yesterday at the County Highways Department. It's not like a big crowd, but it's pretty good showing. I think that's good. So that's done. The draft plan, as some of you may or may not be aware, there's a draft plan. It's out. There's some flyers that the Spanish and the English version. For those who serve on the PSC, you already got these flyers already. For those who don't, I place some copies at the end of the table. If you want to take it back and share with your network, that would be great. I know some of you already done that. I really appreciate it. Just try to get the word out. And we know the public comment due date is August 24th. And so after that, the consultants would see any revisions need to be made, and they will send a final report to staff, MCRPC, by September 10th, and then we'll consider, we'll take it to the Regional Planning Commission for the adoption, and then we'll also talk about, should we take it also to the city, city council, town council, or county board, because eventually, after the plan is done, actually, the real work really started, because the task force, there's a Go Safe task force being contemplated, discussed, they will be created, and then we need the community involvement in really to help to promote safety.
And that may be the timetable for the local government sort of adoption following the regional planning commission. So we have to have us, the RPC, MCRPC, by the end of September, so we can get it to bed. And then part of the task force process is figuring out what each jurisdiction wants to do in terms of how it responds.
Yeah. So we did some promotion of the public open houses in the county fair, and trying to get the word out and use different media and press release, that kind of thing. So again, thank you all. I mean, the work is not done, but it's a lot of important work. All your participation and feedback for those of you who serve on the PSC. So that's all I have. Any other things? Anybody? Yeah, please.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's looking at the Safe Routes to School program, but I did notice that there was a 3-part seminar going on. The first was already done, but there was one on August 20th, and the other one's on September 17th. This is a virtual seminar. You can attend and listen. I think they must be due this fall, the applications, but I don't know when.
Yeah. I think that's why the seminar thing, to sort of help people finish off, make sure they've got the requirements.
Yes, that's all I got.
Okay, great, thank you. Anybody else? campus thing? I know there's a lot of exciting things. School starting soon. Do you want to mention?
Yeah, I would be happy to. We're looking at putting some pilot projects on the ground on the ISU campus starting the week after Labor Day. So everything from curb bump outs to color enhancements for various crosswalks. Let's see what else we're doing. I think that kind of sums up. Well, we're actually closing School Street through the couplet at Mulberry College. So we'll close off school completely between the couplets.
Mhm.
So it'll just be east-west and right turn only in that intersection. So it pretty much shortens the crossing distance by almost 50%. That's great. So we'll take a look at that. And that'll be in place probably through December, depending on how well it goes. It could be in place one day if it goes really bad, but we'll see. So that's the plan. That's coming in September, and with that, we'll have campus outreach and surveys and observations and stuff going on.
How much through traffic on school between those 2 points is there? Because it doesn't go anywhere anymore.
Very little.
Yeah, that's the.
Yes,
Killer.
our traffic count showed it was the peak hour. I think it was 10 cars. So very little benefit for very few people for a lot of conflict and confusion.
Yeah, because that whole intersection is like, where am I? Kind of a reaction from a lot of people.
Good move.
Yeah, so we'll try it out and see how much blowback we get. I don't think we'll get too much.
You get the 10 people who drive through it.
Yeah, I'll take those calls.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like I said, there's always something you don't think about, but we'll see how it goes.
Very exciting, yeah. So you got over 20,000 students involving in this, and staff and faculty on top.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, that's great. With the Go Save task force, maybe there's some things we can learn, from your effort on that, and we can, see how we can do for the community as a whole.
One other quick update for everybody. It's adjacent to 51, but our downtown streetscape project is going. It started. It's going. The 600 block. They're working on it. It's all tore up. It's last night we were super happy with all the students back. For move-in. We had planned for a meeting this morning for the debrief on what happened last night. It was fine. We actually canceled the meeting. They're like, it was pretty calm. We're like, really?
All the barricades were there?
I know. That's what we thought. Yeah, we really at the end of the day we were like, okay, what can be picked up? What can be used as a weapon? So, sadly, you got to think like that. So, but no, it was canceled. Things are going really well so far. Thanks to IDOT too on the east side of the 600 block. We've been working with permits on how to sign that, make sure we appropriately deal with that as an entrance onto the IDOT facility, and so that's going well. Timing wise, from the 51, I'm assuming November is it still on schedule for November?
I believe so.
Wow, well done. That's a lot of land act.
We'll see if we get there.
Yeah. I didn't know how land act was going. That's always for us a challenge.
Up to the wire, from what I understand.
Yeah. No, that's great. And realistically, then it'll be spring. Even if you didn't hit November, there'll be another letting you could hit, so that by spring you can get going. So, as those projects being adjacent, that's good to know. Thank you for the update.
I'll verify that too before we leave.
Thanks, Joe.
Sure.
Excellent. Anybody else?
Yes, had the state fair duty 2 days ago. Program planning to have a spot in IDOT tent, which we have the multi-year program up on screen, and hand out maps, which are just extremely popular. You would believe with highway maps, and the one thing that's fun is there's what we call a bike system map, but what it is, it's by district, which is wonderful. I love anything's by district. There's no regional anywhere, but it's a great regional road map. I mean, because it's got all the local roads, all the county roads on it. It's a blow up of that district area, and then they'll have the bike trails on it. I call it a great regional road map. Bike friendly. It'll show those spots, as far as that goes. So that was one thing that was real popular. But one of our individuals that we had quite a lengthy, interesting conversation with was the owner of Tobin's Pizza.
You met Mo.
Yeah, well, we've got a clan of Tobins in my hometown, so it's easy for me to remember Tobin's Pizza.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, he wasn't a Tobin, but
Mo was not Tobin.
yeah. But anyhow, you probably all heard from him. But when as he's going along, he's talking about, and I know I've never been in there, but I know where it is. You know, along there on that.
Oh,
street.
Yeah, right there.
It's the best pizza.
It is.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it is. I heard that it was. I just couldn't seem to get by there sometimes. But he was concerned on the condition, da 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 da. But when he threw out, when he was talking, he said, "It's the sub base needs to be replaced." And I think to myself, this guy knows a little bit about what he's talking about. Yeah, you don't find too many pizza men that talk about sub base. You know, so he wanted to, talk about his experience with trucking and blah, 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 and all that other stuff. So I'll go no further. I might drive by today just to, what is it about? And for whatever case may be. And I also didn't know if it's a spot where maybe those trucks go run through there. There's a stop flag or something before or somewhere close. But he was
Right there at the
concerned on that.
intersection. It's
And he appreciated it had been worked on of different times, but it just, and also as when you've got problems in the foundation, the paint doesn't last too long.
Well said.
Anyway,
You just want to go to the county fair, so you go to the Snoop Dogg they had a concert. So you wanted to do that, right, Tom?
I don't know. He and I think his daughter was with him, but and we ended up talking about all kinds of other things. So when he got down to those other, I didn't quite get it. Does he own some trucks or something? How's it?
He farms and owns trucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Runs
a pretty diverse guy.
Runs an
He makes pizza farms.
pizzas.
He really is.
Mo doesn't see him very often.
He's a little bit about, and we were talking about I brought the student underpass that I was involved with, 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But anyway, so I don't need to go any further because you have him under.
We all know him.
Y'all know him. Okay.
He comes in with like 10%, 15% off coupons all the time. And it's like, okay, what's he want?
They're practically in the roadway. The building is so close to the edge that it's like, you
Well, I
have to nudge
appreciate,
to turn
and we
the
also
right.
got a discussion, I think, who else was, maybe some other, was just in the, he's one of those, with your Main Street concern, with your
Right.
through traffic versus the retailers, and that's every Main Street, that has any kind of traffic has that same challenge.
True story.
Wherever it is.
Did you know that IDOT's rebuilding that street starting next year?
I believe I told him.
Okay.
I believe I told him that. And then we pulled it up on screen. But had mentioned that. And which I know the debate had been on the parking versus not. So what is the design?
I haven't seen anything, so.
I think the only thing in that location would be the addition of the bike lanes, if I remember right.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the impact of the parking in that area.
And I can't remember if it's a complete, rebuild subbase in that area or not.
That area would be, his area would be a complete rebuild. That'd be part of the complete rebuild area.
Good.
Good.
So, and it should.
I'm happy for that.
He'll think it was because he talked to
I
me.
hope he's happy.
Yeah.
He would be like,
Because of Tom.
Tom delivers.
I didn't mention you folks in that conversation.
We'll hear about it.
I didn't want to stick him on you, but I figured he probably told you what he was.
That's what you need more.
I'm not with us, and I'm not sure that.
Yeah, a little bit with these folks.
Yeah, obviously, and they turn up there.
It's a good thing. No matter what Derek says.
That's right.
All right, very good. Last, but anybody else?
I was able to verify that it is still a member.
Okay. Awesome.
There was something else pulled off the letting, but it wasn't that.
I know Route 9, there was some land struggles with the gas station there in their southeast corner where in Route 9 for that Carnahan, that project, and that was holding things up. So
I think Jeff told me that there was something like very last minute. going to get it like at the very last minute.
Hamilton Road, Dan knows we've done that before ourselves. It's been by the
Last
over
minute.
chin. You guys have been wonderful.
Yeah.
All right.
Very good, very good. Last but not least, though, I want to recognize Jake, who's sitting quietly, doing great job in managing this computer, because we want to make sure all the virtual is working. But in addition to that, he's been really instrumental in public participation. The events that I mentioned, the county fair, but it's not just the county fair. Coming up, Town Normal and the circus, festival coming up. It's also, like Tom was saying, kind of implying those are events that we want to share. The public safety, not public safety, the traffic safety issues, where we have like swags to give out, answer questions, flyers on the Go Safe plan, the draft plan, to those events. And also we have copies of the flyers drop off at rural libraries in different locations. And we have also, of course, we would have those placed in the Bloomington and Normal or newly reopened Normal Public Library. So he's been helping out a lot of those kind of behind the scene. We don't see it, he's quite in the background, but he is doing, really helping a lot of different things, and it takes a lot. I mean, with a big county.
Jake picked up the county fair effort, sort of whole cloth, without having done it before or been here before for this, and did a great job and was all over it. So it's really helpful to know that we've got somebody who understands how it works together.
Yeah. So he's kind of well with the new staff and probably introduced before. I mean, not to put on the spot, but I really appreciate somebody willing to try the Midwest type of, moving all the way from the West Coast. And so I don't know if you want anything, comment you want to make or anything.
I mean, thanks for the shout out. It was always fun. I appreciate getting out there and showing our projects up to the public. So yeah, but thanks for the shout out.
Okay, so we have a lot of events. So I think September the town also have whatever the event. Is it September, October, the art festival?
October.
Okay, so we'll.
I mean, that's so crowded and so occupied by the vendors that we might show up and like wait things happen, but.
So we should set up like booths and tables, take advantage of those events, maybe into the farmers market, Bloomington, do more. So even the rural areas, we'll be out to Leroy, Jake's been out to Leroy Farmers Market. So we're trying to reach out, for all the work that you all do and projects and different things, whether the federal, state, and local, and that's important. Sometimes the public don't realize or recognize they thought we were trying to do all these closed doors, and then when we present a project for public comments, and then they thought, oh, how come we were not involved? But it's not the case, as we all know. So I really appreciate the work that you all been doing on different levels. So that's my final comment. I'll take a motion for adjournment. Mr. Chair.
Second.
Okay, Jim, Jerry. Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Have a great week.